everyone, hope you are good and be happy always. Once again, welcome to Shachi's Academy, and today we will discuss modals. What are modals? Modals are helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Basically, a modal is a word that has clear understanding of the action word or verb in a sentence. What is a verb? Verb is the action word in a sentence, like eating, sleeping, quarreling, oiling, milking, or cooking, running, laughing, sleeping, anything like that. So it is action word that helps to understand that something is going on or you are doing something. Okay, so work is being done, right? So modals has their origin from the Latin word that is modus, that means measure, way, manner, fashion, style, etc. And basically it means mood of the speaker, how a speaker intends to say something or do something, right? So we will discuss may and might today. These are the basic modals, and we may get confused while using modals like may, might, can, could, would, should, etc. So today we are starting a series to clarify all these doubts. So first we will discuss may and might today. Normally may and might are used interchangeably in modern English. That means during today's time there is no clear-cut difference between may and might. Still, if you intend to write something seriously or become a poet or a writer, you need to have a clear understanding of the difference between may and might, and sometimes there is also a difference between them. So learn specifically what are the ways or what are the methods in which may and might are used. So first we will discuss may. May is used for permission, that is for P. We have framed a code for you people, that is PPWST. P for permission, P for possibility, W for wishes, then S for speculate past, and your T for typical occurrences. The number one is permission. When we seek permission from our elders, our boss, or anyone like our teacher, principal, we use may. Like we have normally use the sentence, may I come in? Since our childhood, when we were in nursery, we were tiny tots. So in that sense, we have been using it repeatedly. Okay? That is, may I come in? That is a very simple sentence. But remove may from here, that is remove modal, and how this sentence becomes I come in, that doesn't make any clear-cut sense. So may is very useful in this sentence, and it intends to provide the sense which a speaker intends to say or speaker is asking. So it shows respect towards the person whom that person is seeking permission from. So may I come in? Then you may open the door. You may open the window, door, anything like that. Or you may buy a dress, you may take some dress, anything like that. You may take food. So you are giving permission over here in these type of sentences. So may I come in? That you are seeking permission, and here you may open the door or open the window, that you are giving permission. So for taking and giving permissions, you use may in formal settings. But in informal settings with our friends, with our siblings, etc., we use can. We will discuss can later on. Right now we can concentrate on may only. Now, possibility. Possibility, that is, there is chance of something happening, or it can happen. Chance of something happen. Okay? It may rain today. There is strong chance that it may happen today. Okay? Or it may rain today, etc. Or it may thunder today. Someone may come to your house, like Sita may come to my house. Radha may visit us today afternoon, etc. You can say. Then wishes. May God bless you. You have been listening this wish since your childhood. May God bless you. Your principal, your teachers, your parents have been blessing you with this sentence, like may God bless you. And God bless you, this also sounds good, but still may add some glitter or charm or more sense to the sentence. So may God bless you is better. Like you can say in the same manner, you can say may you live a very long and prosperous life. Like you can say may his soul rest in peace, may Almighty bless you, etc. All these sentences are made with may. Then speculate past. For speculation, just like the speculating past, anything happened in past, you can say your comment may have offended him. That is, something has happened in past, but right now you are telling about that thing, that your comment may have offended. Like your cooking may have impressed everyone at that time. Something has happened in past. So you are discussing about past, and something might have happened and you don't know exactly that did not happen, but you are just speculating about that. Okay, you are talking about that. Then typical occurrences, things that normally happen, things that are typical, just like they are of typical occurrence, they normally happen and frequently happen. Like drivers may feel tired if they do not take breaks. If drivers drive their car or vehicles at length, they may feel tired after 2-3 hours. So every 2-3 hours, they need to take a break and have some tea, coffee or another kind of beverage to keep them awake, right? So drivers may feel tired if they do not take breaks. Then there can also be sentences like children may feel tired if they play for 2-3 hours, or if they play for long hours in parks, or infants may feel tired, or infants may feel sleepy after having their milk, etc., or after being fed. Okay, then we come to might. Here we have already told that there is no significant difference nowadays being observed in modern English. Still, there is some difference you can observe in these type of sentences. Let's discuss them. So for might, we have the code SVPPT. So what is that? We use might for suggestions. We use it for your very polite request. When you are requesting in a very polite manner, you can use might. That is very good for that. Okay, then P, possibility. Again, may and might both are used for possibilities. And then P is for past tense of request, then T for things that could have happened in past, if something might have happened. So here we are discussing starting with suggestions. Number one is you might take a cab. You are suggesting that a person standing beside you or your friend or your sibling might take a cab. That means you are suggesting that it's better to take a cab than walk barefoot on the road, or it will be a time saving thing to take a cab. So you are suggesting take a cab. So you might take a cab. Then you might try the cheesecake. It's good. You are in a party or you are somewhere and you are suggesting someone that you can have cheesecake. It's good. It tastes good, that means. Okay. Then next is very polite request. When you meet strangers, how do you behave? You speak to them very politely, or to your elders, or to the people who are senior to you or who are unknown to you. So here what is that? Might I borrow the stapler? Normally these kind of sentences are used, or this kind of usage of might is done in British English. So in Britain and UK, people say might I borrow the stapler. So that is the normal way of saying, and they do not use may. That means might is more polite and more formal. Then might I ask you a question? That means can I ask you a question? Am I permitted to ask a question? So very polite requests are done with the help of might. So might is used here. You may use may also. That's like I am saying you may use. Okay, or we can say you might use may also. But still might is better than may here. Then possibility. To express possibilities, we can use might. Here, she might have taken the bus. There is a possibility. If your friend is outside, she has gone to the office or she has to come back. So you are just supposing. You are making suppositions and you are expressing your possibility with the help of might, and you are saying she might have taken the bus. So here might is being used to express your possibility, a sense of possibility. Then past tense of request, and you can say other sentences also, like she might have gone to the zoo, or she might have gone to her friend's house for a night out or for a day out, anything like that. Okay, then past tense of request, when you are saying something about the past request. A request has been made in the past, but you are expressing or telling about that request in present time. So here what you have to say, he asked if he might borrow the car. Someone asked that if he might borrow the car. Can he borrow the car? Like that person was requesting that if he can borrow the car. Then things that could have happened. Sometimes you say that if I had been there, I would have done that, I might have done that, like that. So that thing has not happened exactly, but you are just supposing that if that might have happened, that could have happened, like that. So here the sentence is, if he was honest. That means if he was honest to me, with me, I might have forgiven him. That means I might have forgiven him or forsaken him for the ill deed that he might have done with that person. So if he was honest with me, I might have forgiven him. Then if you had come yesterday, we might have gone to zoo. If you had come yesterday, that means that has not happened. He hasn't come yesterday. He did not arrive. But still he is saying, if you might have come, if you had come yesterday, we might have gone to zoo. It's a possibility that if that has happened, that could have happened. So nothing has happened in reality, right? You are just expressing any possibility that if that might have happened, that has happened, that could have happened, or that might have happened. So we will study could also in that sense later on, but here might is being used. So I hope this is clear to you. Secondly, you can learn all these rules and keep them in mind, and finally you can practice these sentences. And thereafter, what you need to do, you just need to download certain sentences from internet. You can just type sentences with may, sentences with might, and you will get thousands of sentences, or at least hundreds of sentences out there on internet, and you just can practice them all. And you just have to practice, like you just have to practice every day and consistently. Consistency is the key to understand or learn any language or make the words your own. See, vocabulary has to be enriched by practicing words. Unless and until you practice words, you won't make them their own, and you won't be able to enrich your vocabulary. So practice consistently every day and practice all the sentences. Secondly, just try to remember or practice one or two grammatical rules at a time, because what happens, you keep on watching models one by one, and try to mug them up in a single day. That will not happen, dear. You have to practice consistently to learn them all and mug them up all. Okay, practice them up. So take a screenshot. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless you.